Hi, welcome back to my channel, Cosmic Insight Astrology. This is Christina. If you have a Libra rising, Libra sun, or Libra moon, this is your March 2023 astrology forecast. All right, guys, this is something big. It is an explosion. It is going to change the whole collective. So Saturn is changing sign, and Saturn usually every 29 years come to Pisces, into the sign of Pisces. And it stays 2.5 years for every individual sign in every individual sign. And Pluto also, which is a generational planet coming to Aquarius and going to stay over here for 24 years, but at the beginning, the first 2 years, it's going to go back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius. So Saturn is social planet, Pluto is generational, right? It's an outer planet. Let's see what's going to go on in March. March 7th, we start with a Virgo full moon at 16 degrees, and it's going to take place in your 12th house. So it will trine Uranus, the planet of unexpected, unconventional, rebel, chaos. It's also represent the energy stocks, digital currency, tornadoes, earthquakes, the genius mind, and it's in your 8th house. And 8th house represent taxation, shared resources, loans, researches, inheritance, and investigations. Sex, death, all the taboos, pregnancy, period, all the taboos. It can bring actually a sudden change with a sweet, positive outcome. So, for example, it can get you a loan, perhaps some energy stock or cryptocurrency could actually become a blessing for you, the investment, previous investment. And also, this full moon will transit your 12th house, and 12th house is everything about hidden matters, right? So it is actually your retirement, your pharmaceutical investment, it's your crude oil stock, it is everything with unprivileged, that is your mental state, the eternal womb, afterlife. All right, so what's going to happen over here? It could drastically decrease your stock, especially if you invested in something like pharmaceutical previously. And also what's happening for you, it could be actually not decreasing because pharmaceutical gonna go well, but actually you can experience an identity theft, or you can experience some kind of theft in this matter, and they can take your cryptocurrency, they can take your stock, or attack your bank statement. So what else could happen over here? The sun actually is shining in your 6th house, and 6th house is everything to do with a new job. So you might be able actually to apply for somewhere and get a new job, or it could bring in a tenant or a roommate for you and release your financial burden. Uranus in the 8th house will urge you to update your prenup or your will or your living trust, actually. You can see some kind of benefits through social servicing and getting some aid as well if you need it. So if we're going to start to talk about the full moon and the archetype of the Virgo over here, then we have to say Virgo is obligation. It is actually service for others, represent service for others. And it's represent your health, your daily routine, and it's ruled by the planet Mercury, but is actually the lord of this full moon. And Mercury right now is part of this Pisces stellium in your 6th house. So put all the emphasis on your health. And Mercury in Pisces, it's not very strong. Actually, it's in 4, because Mercury loves to be straight and detailed, and Pisces is illusional, delusional, dreamy, very spiritual. So it's weakened here. It's almost like nobody understands what I'm talking about, because nobody on that spiritual level yet. It could represent that by this Mercury in Pisces. So, all right, so what else can be? talk about here. You know, Virgo really loves routine. That's for sure. And Virgo could be very, very productive. So Mercury, the ruler of this full moon, it's also not only communication or written verbal communication, the way you process information, it's also representing cars and neighbors and children, kids, and also it could be representing sales. So for example, you know, purchasing stuff or selling stuff or writing and like signing contracts as well. So it could be like you signing a rental agreement or you know, signing a contract for a new job, or you know, you hire employees as well. But you know, it's craftsmanship, Mercury as well, and it could be bringing some kind of craftsmanship. So you are creating your own business, and it could be something spiritual or very artistic. So Saturn also moving to your sixth house and join this stellium on the same day as the full moon is happening. And Saturn is restriction, delay, and denial, and and fear as well, and death, but also endurance and ambition and stability and long term and ethics. So Saturn is the lord of karma, definitely. So with that saying, when it's going to move into your sixth house, it could establish some kind of business opportunity for you for a long term. So if you actually into pharmaceuticals or you know, seeking some kind of long term with crude oil, or it could be retreat center, vacation rentals, it could be really good for you. So this full moon actually squares Mars, and Mars is out of bound and crazy, and it's in Gemini, right? And in Gemini, actually, it's getting a lot of air. So it's the flame is big because the air is feeding the fire here. So this energy in your ninth house could bring in debate with your classmates or professor about some kind of religion. So be careful over here if you say your opinion. And it could also, you know, like indicate an impulsive investment for you. For example, in military drone stocks or something with aircrafts as well, or you might going to invest in guns. For example, it could be guns. So what else going to go? Okay, let's talk about on the 11th, we're going to have Juno, which is the loyalty and the soulmate in asteroid. And it's entering Taurus, and Taurus is your eighth house. And later on the 16th, Venus will ingress Taurus as well, but Venus loves to be in Taurus, right? Because it rules Taurus. So both of them are very good and really great if you are researching, or if you are a private investigator, perhaps, or want to invest in sex or death related businesses. Okay. So March 19, Mercury going to go and ingress Aries, and so finally coming from Pisces and gonna come to your seventh house in Aries. So it's gonna feel better over here. It's going to be more chatty, more flirty, Mercury. On the 20th, the sun is coming over here to Aries. And on the 21st, in 0 degrees on the world axis, because Aries is a cardinal sign, so it's the world axis, it's very, very karmic, going to have a new moon in 0 degree. Okay. And 21st of March, also the astrological new year. It's the beginning of spring. It's fertility, blooming, sprouting. It's wonderful. So for you guys, Libras, it's going to be wonderful to create a relationship actually and be more flirty, or be more kind of chatty with your partner. And, you know, it's going to definitely emphasize everything on your relationship, and it's going to be lovely. It's going to be passionate. You're going to get back your mojo. But, you know, the seventh house also legal matters and business relationship here as well. So actually you are capable to sign contracts, agreements on any kind of legal matters. And it could actually bring in multiple sales, and it could actually bring in some kind of new business partner if you would like to have one. All right. So this stellium actually will increase the possibility of favorable business deals and sales of some kind of merchandise that you are creating. If you have some kind of, like anything to sell, but you created it. The new moon is also bringing in a powerful opportunity with legal matters. And you know what? It's really good because something gonna be ruled for your favor, into your favor and for your benefits. And it's sextile Pluto, and Pluto is really powerful. Also 29 degrees, 3 days later, it's already going to ingress Aquarius. But it's an out of sign sextile here. But anyway, it is beautiful, it's powerful, it's giving a lot of power to this, and it could be like something sexual going on, like you feel your mojo, you want to be more intimate with your partner. So yeah, that could help with those kind of situation. And actually, because Pluto's still in the fifth house, and fifth house is investment, it could actually, and Pluto is loan and mortgages. So if you have some kind of business which has to belong from vacationing or joy or something with sports, you might going to get the loan for that with your business partner, or find a business partner to create that kind of situation. And listen, here I wanted to talk about again Mars, because Mars is in Gemini and it's going to leave the 9th house and gonna go to your 10th house, which is your career, recognition, reputation. So that is everything with your ambition and to being in center of attention and on stage. And the 9th house, by Mars is here, it's broadcasting, for example. It could be like you were actually started to study journalism the last 7 months, or started filming on broadcasting, or you became a war journalist. And it was very, very intense. But when Mars gonna go to Cancer, you're going to go home if you were away, and if you were a journalist, and if you were actually, spreading the news about something sad. So then it's going to become more like nurturing this energy for you in the 10th house. So the career over here is changing, and it's not the whole entire career, but the way of Mars is, it's not going to be conflicted. It's not going to talk a lot anymore. It's not going to be feed with fire. Actually, it's going to be distinguished, that anger, with that water energy, with that nurturing energy over here. So it could indicate some kind of new career, but it's going to bring in some kind of new career, perhaps on a social work field, or maybe even real estate, because this is career, and this is home and family and real estate. So it could bring some kind of business in real estate as well. Okay. And I forgot to say that, but Pluto actually here in your 5th house, that's prize and lottery and sextile with the new moon. Maybe your partner buying a lottery tickets, and it's gonna be the winner, and it's coming with big money. Oh, that's wonderful. And actually, because Pluto is, no, actually it's not. I lost something over here. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much life-changing, life-altering right now. And going to your 5th house of intimacy, it's going to be wonderful. Pluto going to your 5th house, it's going to be like getting prizes, getting great in investment. Perhaps you're going to have a baby, because 5th house is baby, and also, like Pluto is pregnancy. So it could be some kind of insemination, some kind of IVF therapy over here. Yeah, definitely. And you agree with your partner on that. So it could be definitely great. All right, guys. So if you loved my podcast, please subscribe, like, and share. Share it with your friends and family so they can also benefit from my guidance. And please comment below. Because I want to know what's going on. So I want to get some kind of feedback. And also, on the other hand, it would be great because of the algorithm would recognize me as well. So thank you so much for your attention. And another thing what I wanted to say, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, don't hesitate to check out my website, which is www.urbanwitch.org. And I do have another announcement, and the other announcement is going to be my new book. And my new book is actually named and titled Let's Talk About Death. And I have a pen name, Uma Kriko, and that's very sentimental for me. And the book is about all the taboos for children, teenagers, 10 till 18, 19, sex, death, how to cope with death, afterlife, bullying, racism, all the taboos, but we don't, abortion, but we don't really want to talk about, or it's actually uncomfortable to talk about. Addiction also, it's talking about addiction. So please support me and go on Amazon or on Barnes and Noble, check out my new book, give me a good comment on Amazon, please. I would appreciate that. And I hope I see you in next month. Bye for now.